Hello, my name is Jenan Kanono. I'm the team leader at Jonoki Holdings Limited, where we get to serve you. So if you have a financial challenge, if you have a money problem, if you want to scale up your business, we have you sorted. And you can always check us out at www.thejonakiholdings.com for money solutions. We are located in Tinda as our headquarters and at Mulago Business Center as our branch. Enjoy this video. Great. Thank you for tuning in for yet another YouTube video where I get to share with you what the Lord has put on my heart, because we all to grow together. As I progress, I know you'll progress and our clients will progress and all of us shall be happy, because that's why we exist, to grow together. If we want to get very far, we have to grow together. If we want to get very near and phase out and close shop, we have to walk alone. So we need to walk with one another. You need me and I need you. And that's why I endeavor to share with you what the Lord has put in my heart. But I also encourage you, because I understand that you have an experience, you have the wisdom, you have the knowledge that the Lord has put in your heart, that you ought to share with your colleagues. So irrespective of whatever small it is, whatever minute you may think it is, you ought to share it with your colleagues, because in a way it will help someone. If it costed you, especially if you learned the hard way and you paid school fees, please make sure your colleague does not pay school fees, because then you'll have an impact on humanity. Because what's life for? It's meant to help one another. We're meant to serve one another. And we actually get money by serving one another and serving them well, with a good intention and with a good heart. So today's topic is a very pertinent one. Very pertinent one. Location of your business and its implication on money lending as a business. Where your business is located has a very great role to play on the success of your business. It has a great role. So if you've been having your business located in a particular area, now you may need to rethink. If you've been having few deals, if you've been having few clientele, it could be that the location is a problem. So probably you'll learn 2-3 things, but above all, get to implement them and then get to grow. So what has the location got to do, or what impact can it have on your business if you're to consider it? It is key. For example, let me give you an example. First of all, with lending, it's like a hospital. If someone needs money, they really need money. And they come to where money is, and they look for it. So it means that irrespective of where you're located, somehow, if you have good contacts, clients can come to you. But you cannot use that as an excuse for locating your business in very far from hard to reach area, or very far from the prime places, that even then clients can reach out to you. But if they get an alternative, and a better alternative, especially in terms of location, they may drop off. You may lose them. So it's important that you actually get to maximize or get to give attention to your location. It is prime. Now, apart from that, because money lending is based on trust, but also it's based on the experience with the services. So you can imagine if I located my business in a culture that does not embrace lending, how many clients I'm going to get from that business? That's why there are few banks in the Arab world. Why? Because their Quran encourages them not to borrow. So if you come and put a business or come and put a bank that lends money, or you go to lend money in an Arab country, they might even kill you. So you can imagine, it is not strategic for you to locate a business in a culture where lending is not encouraged. If it is in Uganda here, I don't know where you're watching from, I don't know your area of jurisdiction, but you can imagine if I am to locate my money lending business in a Muslim community where Quran tells them not to borrow, you will not lend to them. Why? Because it is not in them, it is not their culture. So where is your business located? Does it rhyme with the clients that you serve? So you can imagine if you're lending to the market people, to the market stalls, but you locate your business in Serena or upscale town, what then happens? How will the market guys come and locate you in the upscale town? You ought to actually make it accessible to your clientele. If you're lending to the market guys, locate your money lending business to the market. If you're lending to the business people, you see, we have a notion to think that borrowing, having the capacity to pay, because as I said in a previous video, you're lending to that person because they have the capacity to pay. It is not the collateral that will pay the loan. It is not the land title that will pay the loan. It is not the car logbook that will pay the loan. It is someone's capacity to pay. Through experience, I've come to confirm that actually most of the clients that pay very well are the ones who are located in business-rich areas, downtown. Those guys who have the businesses. It is not necessarily the corporate guys. It is not necessarily the guys who are in the upscale. It is not necessarily the guys who are working in the government institutions. No. It is the guys who are doing the business, because money is in business. So you ought to locate your branches in areas that are accessible to these business guys that have the money to pay back, that actually have the deals to even finance. Because you see, if my job is to work in government and drive my car home, and enjoy the weekend, and I may have no need for money as and when, but it's a business person who has a need for money all the time. So you ought to locate your business to where it is needed the most. If you're locating your business outside town, far from, we usually don't experience a number of walk-ins. Walk-ins happen in boutiques. Walk-ins happen in hotels and restaurants. Walk-ins happen in petrol stations, but walk-ins rarely happen in money lending. Much of the time, it's through advertisements, it's through word of mouth, it's through referrals, it's through experience that the clients have had with our businesses. So location is very prime. If I need money, I need to locate you as fast as possible because of the urgency. And also realize that much of the time, you cannot interact with the borrower on the spot, and they provide all that is needed for the loan to be processed. So you can imagine, if I am located very far from the access to the clientele, very far from the stage, because some of the clients that we serve do not necessarily have access to the vehicles. They do not necessarily have disposable monies to actually spend to go and look for the loan, because by the time they come to you for the loan, they already do not have enough money. So you ought not to make it expensive for them to access the money. So what do you do then? You have to locate yourself where you can easily be accessed and make the cost as minimal, as little as possible. That's why we need to embrace technology. Make it easy for the client to access the loan. Make it cheap, because you need to interact with the client, because we ask for a number of things, especially for the guys who have grown to a particular level. You actually ask for a number of things. So the client comes back and forth, you ought to make it easy for them to access you. If it were possible, actually, with the embracing of technology and systems, it would be pertinent that you collect as much information as possible from the client before they get to interact with you, before you get to serve them. Collect as much information as possible. Embrace online. If you've not interacted with these things, if you've not embraced technology, if you've not embraced systems, it's high time you learned from your colleagues. It's high time you moved from the analog to the digital world, to the technology, to the Internet of Things, to artificial intelligence. Things have moved very fast. So you ought to learn from your colleagues. And that's why we're even encouraging some guys, for those who are lending money in Uganda, we encourage you interact with several other lenders, because other lenders have moved, other lenders have progressed. So you ought to interact with them to know what is happening in the industry. You ought to learn from them. Clients need comfort. The attention span for the client has changed. If you're marketing your business, you ought to target a very good channel. Instagram, chit-chat, TikTok. You ought to actually target those. The attention span has changed. So you ought to learn very fast. You ought to learn very fast. You ought to make it easy for the client. So as I close, it is very, very pertinent. It is very, very pertinent that to make it easy for the client to access your money through embracing systems and online methods. But also too, if it is physical, because in Uganda, I don't know in your area or your place of jurisdiction, in your country you're in or you're watching from, but in Uganda, it is a requirement by Uganda Microfinance Regulatory Authority that you actually have to have a physical address. So in checking out the physical address, especially if you're starting, you as starters, check out a place that is not as expensive, but also check out a place that is accessible to the clients, because you do not know the clients that you're going to serve. It is important that you actually locate yourself in a strategic manner, in a very accessible way, so that you can actually make it easy for the clients. But if you can embrace the online, if you can embrace technology, if you can embrace internet, it would be better, because then the client will get to experience your service, to benefit of your product at the comfort of their place, at the comfort of their office. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you learn. But as you go to learn one or two things, but above all, implement, because that's when you're going to realize the results and the benefits thereof. Thank you for tuning in. Like, comment, highlight the subject you'd like me to talk about, share your experience, but also above all, check us out at www.jonakiholdings.com. For the details, for the detailed conversations, you can sign up for the masterminds that I run, but also there are some of the guys that I get to mentor, because we need to work together. Remember, iron sharpens iron. We all to sharpen one another. The continence of what the Lord has put on our hearts. Thank you so much, and God richly bless you.